everyone, this is Nilu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I share tutorials and tips for web developers. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced coder, there is something here for everyone to learn. Let's code, learn, and grow together. Today I want to make a TODO app, a simple TODO app using only usestate. So no context API or Redux for this app. And in this app I have 3 buttons. The first one is the add button, the second one is the edit button, and the third one is the complete button, which you complete this or just make it happen. And also, as I said, add, delete, edit, and complete. So this is going to be 4 buttons, I think. So let's start by going to the app.js, erase these things that are already in the app, maybe not the app, the deep one. So here I delete everything in here and I add h1 tag as a TODO app. Okay, and what does it need? It needs an input, and after the input it needs button. Maybe just for now just add button is okay. So we are going to add the button, and in here after we add it we are going to show it using unordered and unordered list, and in here we are going to map through the items and print it using li. So this is the things that we want to do. Okay, for the input part, the type is text. We have the value something, we have the onChange, and in the onChange we have an event, and it's going to set the input. So we have set input, and it is e.target.value. So right now, also in here it is the input that is already set. So we have this const input and set input equal to usestate. So it's going to be something like here, and this set input also is going to be here. So right now if we console log this input, you can see the result in here. That's when I type it, it just logs the input. So we want to grab this input, add it to this item. So we are going to have an item list items in here, set items is equal to usestate, and it is an empty list right now. Okay, I go through the items in here. So I have items that map, and in here I have my list in here. So I have my what do we have? We have item and the index, and it just returns the li button, li element, which contains of item. Maybe the items are consist of 2 things. First one is text and second one is complete. So I go to this, and the key is the index. So what we have now? We have something in here, and when I how to set the item, when I go to the add button, I want to by unclick the add button, I want to handle the add function, and in the handle that add function I have my handle add, which is equal to something, and it is going to set the items. What's the items? So set the items. The items is everything that we already had. So the items that we already had, and we have another one which is text, and which text is the input, and that's all. So we have this, and after we hit the button, so let's see what's happening in here. I add, and it's just in here, and also we want to just erase this part after adding the item. So if I keep continue adding, you see we have several of these things. So we have to clear it by just set the input to nothing. So by clicking on this, it's just disappear. Okay, this is the item. Yeah, this is another bug that appears. It doesn't have input, but it keeps adding the space in this form. So we have to check it if it is the item, if the input is actually if it exists. So as you know that if we check the input, when the input is an empty string, so it is false, so it doesn't go to this condition anymore. So if I add this, and again when I hit the add, it doesn't count anymore. So also, if I'll go to another bug, if I add several space, it still adds, because it says that it's not a single empty string. It is something like this. So for this purpose, we have to add this built-in function which just trim every space in the before or after the word. So if I add space, it no more adds the item. So up to now we have the handle button already set down, and now we want to add our delete button. Maybe, yeah, delete button is the best, is better to do after that. Okay, for this purpose we are going to have button which is delete, and in the delete button I have my click, and what else? No, I'm thinking that this is not a good place for adding the delete button, because delete button should be something near to the item. So we have to have only the add button near to the input button. The other three buttons, I mean the edit button, delete button, and the complete button, should be in each item. So we have to have it in here next to the li button that we already had. So for this purpose we are going to add maybe a div around this, because we need to change the style by completing the text, by completing the in the future. And we have our button, which is delete, and after that in here we have onClick handle delete in here. So here I'm going to just erase console log in here, handle delete, and we have this function in here. Okay, what do we need for deleting an item? For deleting an item, we need the index of that item, so we have to send the index to this delete button. So the index of the list is a thing that is unique for each of the items, so we need this new thing. So after that, in the delete item, what should we do? We should erase the delete item, erase the item, selected item, and update the items using set items. For this purpose, we should define a new items in here, and these new items include items that filter those items which we only need those items that are not equal with the index. So how do we write it? We have index of this, and we go through the loop, and we take those items which are not equal to the index of this list. So here it is, and we have set items, and the new item is going to be set in here, and we have index also as a parameter. So and I click this, it just deletes. So we have add several things, delete the first one, delete the second one, or maybe better to say we have read book, okay, add it. We have do the dishes, add it. Okay, I read my book, or I don't need to read my book, and do the dishes, I don't need anything to do for today. Okay, what else do we need to have? We already had our delete button, so we're going to add our complete button. So we have another button which its name is completed. Okay, or maybe it's better to have okay, for this purpose we have to have another value for my item, which is complete. It is complete or not, so it's going to be false or true. So we have completed, and the completed is item, or what should we have for the complete? As we add the task, the complete is false because it's not completed. So in here I have my completed, and I have my onClick, and in the onClick I have my handle completed, and I have my index. In handle completed, I have index, I have I have to change the items and call the set items. So what should we do? We should map through the items, find the one that is same as the index, the same item, and change that specific one, the completed value of that specific one, and just set the item, just like the delete one. So we are going to have const new items equal to items that, but this one map to it, and I have my item, I have my I, which is equal to, or index, which is equal, which should be we should find that. So in here, what else we have? We have index. If index is equal to the or better to change this as I, or better to just change this one. Okay, if I is equal to index, so we find our item and we need to just add whatever we have, and other values of the item. This means just other values of the item. So other values of the item is just the text one, so we have just one value other than the completed. Okay, we have the completed, and the completed should change, so we just put this sign and just add the completed. Otherwise, if it's not, so just goes with the item that we already had. And now we set the items to new items. Okay, so now how do we show it? Actually, if I put the, if I add the completed, it doesn't change anymore. How do we say that it is completed? So we can just change the name of it. So we go to item that completed. If it is true, so it is completed, so we are going to show an undo button. And if it is not completed, just so if it is completed, not completed. And also, what do we need? We need to change the style of this. I want to have a line on the items if I completed or not. So we are going to add style in here, and in here we have text decoration, and text decoration is if item.completed is true, so I need line through, otherwise none. Okay, what's the problem in here? So we have a style is equal to completed, uncompleted, so you can see that it's now perfect. What else we need? We add delete, completed, now the edit button. Okay, what should we do for the edit button? For the edit button, we need to, when I hit the edit button, I need to edit it actually, and for editing I need to have it on a separate input maybe. So On a separate input, I need to have the item that I just saw. For this purpose, we are going to add an edit button, and on this I'm going to have on click, and in here I have my handle edit and just pass the index. So we go to the handle, so we are going to handle edit. So what should we do? In the handle edit, we have to have our, maybe we have to need our index of the edited button, and also we need to change it. So after hitting the edit button, we have to just set something called, so in here we have handle edit, and in here I have my edit index. So the edit index is we have to have our edit index. In this way, we can say that the user hits the edit index. So edit index and set edit index is equal to usestate, and it is not. Initially we call it is not. So after hitting this, we have set edit index to the index. So by this we can now check if the user hits the edit index or not, or if it is edit index is not equal to null. So we are going to show the okay, we are going to show the input. So for this, I'm going to have an input, and in this input I have my type as text, I have my value as just again like what we had for the add button. So we have edit input, not edit index. So edit input, and I'm going to define the edit input as a state, and on change also it is going to be again set edit input, and it's going to be e.target.value, and it is e in here, and so I'm going to have my edit input set edit input. It's going to be usestate, and it's nothing for now. Okay, so what we did, we add this. When I hit the edit button, set edit index to index. So if the edit index is not equal to null, we are going to have our input. But why we don't have our input? Let me check. Handle edit. I go to handle edit, sets the index item, sets the index to the index. If it is not equal to null, I am going to show the input. Let's just console log this edit input to see the results. So console.log, this is the edit input. So I'm going to have my console in here. I hit the, okay, let me, it is null. I add, and it is, okay, now you can see that this is the edit one. And so we have our edit. Now what should we do? Now we have to also change the what do we have in here? We have our edit input. We need to just have our, let me just again refresh it. When I say read book and I said, oh my god, I wrote the read in the wrong way, so I want to edit it. So I need this read book with wrong read one in the value of this index. So I need to have this as an index. So in here I'm going to set edit input to what? I want the text of that item. So I'm going to take all the items, the one with the index, with this index, and take the text of it. So when I hit the edit button, you can see that it is now the read the book. Okay, now on changing this, I want to set the edit input. What should we do? By we already did it. We changed the set input in here, and when I change it, the edit input changed. So we need to just save the edit input. What should we do? We should add the save edit one, something like this. So I'm going to add button and save my edit, something like this. And on click I have handle save, and the handle save what should we do in the handle save? We should just change the text of that item with the text of the edit input, and set the new items, and also just reset the change of the edit index and the edit input. So I have my function as const new items is equal to items that maps through it, and I have item, I have index, and I go through it. What should we do? We should say that if the index is equal to the edit index that we already had, we should change the item, and text of the item should be edit input, otherwise just item. Okay, now what should we do? We should set the item. So we have our new item, so new items, and we should just reset everything related to edit. So change it to null and set edit input, change it to 0. So let's see what's happening. I have my read the book. I added. Oh, it is not read the book, it's read the book. Save my edit. I have something like did the dishes. I have something like book a restaurant. So I want to edit this one. Save my edit. So I don't want to read the book. I delete it. I completed do the dishes. Or no, I didn't complete it. Something like this. Okay. Now maybe add some CSS. Maybe add some CSS in order to have a better looking. So what should we do? For the LI, I'm going to have the padding of 10 pixel. I want to have border button of 1 pixel, solid black. I want to have display flex and justify content, space between, and align items center. And I want to have LI and the bottom and the LI to be margin left of 5 pixels. So let's add the so I have my my list in here. Also I need to add extra things which I'm going to copy and paste. So you can see that now we have our TODO app. I just added some style for better looking. You need to subscribe my channel. Okay, channel add. So delete this one. Okay, you completed. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and like this video if you like it. Thank you so much. Bye.